Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile.
Just like my sisters on the pyre.
We have arrived in Merciless and we're now heading down the coast. Let's see, we are still below the level of our cast damage taken, so we can level Immortal one more time. So most of our minions are just chewing through the opposition. But given that they are level 56 and I'm 63, that actually makes a ton of sense. So let's see if we can step up the pace a little bit. Ooh. Let's grab this shrine and make a bit of a stand here. There's too much happening here. Too many enemies here to not pass up this opportunity. Or to pass up this opportunity. We can score kills. We like kills. They give us experience. And loot, potentially. Did we accidentally kill Fire Fury here? I believe we did. We accidentally killed a Fire Fury. Okay. So we have arrived in Merciless, and as such our resistances have been penalized once again. We're now 60 down from our base, or 40 less than we were in Cruel. Fire resistance at 45. I'm still one or two tour quests or tour daily quests short of the next crafting level. And I would like to get that before crafting fire resistance onto my weapon. Let's see. We grabbed the flesh binder last time, so we have reduced the physical damage taken. Also, we grabbed Grave Pact last time, which gave us an increase in the number of minions and their damage. And now we are picking up Shaper and we are continuing our way towards Constitution in order to boost our life. Our probably short stint through Merciless, and I'm gonna say short not because I expect to die here, but because I suspect it's gonna be a lot quicker than normal and Cruel have been in terms of how fast we're gonna go through the content. But we're gonna mostly focus on just getting our life up and getting some energy shield bonus. And it's not until maps where we're gonna pick up Zealot's Oath. But that's one of the nice things of a minion based build. Once you have all the minion nodes, then you can't really do much more for your minions' damage output on the tree. At least you can't directly do anything for them. Of course, now if you're an aura bot, then you can invest in aura efficiency. Hello there, Oozbackbloom. But in my case, no, I'm not an aura bot. I'm gonna focus on making my minions explode. As such, our priorities are gonna be slightly different. And we are gonna focus on our own personal survival. Because it is rather useful to stay alive. Oh, there is a hand and there is a glyph, and that gets us to 3 glyphs, which is good. Army of the Damned, Metalsmith's Gift. Let's go grab it. And ooh, there are some nasty cold vortices going on over there. Another army of the damned. Did manage to push against those vortices and actually got 2 clasped hands. Though all we got from one of them was of course Scrolls of Wisdom. Hello. Goodbye. Right, let's look for the exits. Usually plastered somewhere against the back wall. So we already spotted the feathered pool over there. Chances are it's gonna be over here then. Ooh, jewelers. What's in there? Lightning storm. And 20 times increased rarity. Keep in mind though, 20 times 0, still 0. But we did find the exit, and that is all we care about here. And that is a waypoint. And yeah, we're not fully loaded yet, so might as well continue our push onwards. See if we can make it to the prison or something this episode. And boom reveal next time. Bunch of magic items and silver coins in here. Ooh, you straggler, you ran away. Blue ones might actually be useful. We don't really care about projectile speed for this one. Hope you need modifier if you're playing a Essence Train character or something. Do-do-do-do-do. Ah, there. Yes. We could spare up to 44, right? Yes. Always check the level requirements on cast damage taken before you level up anything that's linked to it. Because it is really inconvenient if you overlevel those gems, because then it won't trigger anymore. And if you're relying on something for your protection, like for example Immortal Call, then you're gonna be out of luck. Right. So a bit of a critical mass of crap things here. Critical mass has been reduced. So I'm gonna ignore the side quests. Oh, like the Granddaddy Crab and things like that in the Merciless playthrough. And we're just gonna do the main quests and advance the main storyline and now beeline quickly for maps. Because that's in the end what Merciless is all about. Getting to the maps. So all the other quests I'll just do in between episodes. But this way we do advance a bit quicker. Similarly, trials, I'm not gonna go out of my way to find them within episodes. Now you might have noticed I tend to skip the hedge maze as by default now. I don't think I've actually featured it in any videos in my last 2 or 3 series, because it's always just situated in such a weird spot. There's no reason to go into the hedge maze while playing the game, or while advancing the storyline, the main quests, so to say. And then once you get back to it, It's just too far outdated to actually be relevant. Oh, hello, doggies. Okay, angry doggies. Very angry doggies. I don't like those angry doggies. Let's see. I do like the monster pack size or density increase that you get on the higher difficulties. Now there's more mobs to kill. Which presumably means they're on average dropping more loot as well. Trade-off is that it's slightly more difficult because there's more bodies to kill. Oh well, we don't really care. Because we, of course, have our toxic clouds. $56 versus 64. We can do this. Oh, and a breach is upcoming. Good. Already have our Army of the Damned ready to go. So let's start with that. Okay. Another Army of the Damned is ready to go here. Inner treasure on this one, I like it. It needs to die hard. Good. Oh, did I saw a clasped hand here? I did. Good. So, we got Daedry's Elixir. And we got Ignamoon. Huh. Gain a power and frenzy. Oh wow, you gain one of each of the charges on use. And it removes 20% of your maximum energy shield on use and 10% of your maximum life as chaos damage on use. Interesting. This is a very interesting one. Suppose if you combine this one with the overflowing chalice. It's a flask that doesn't really do much except for double the flask recovery speed of all your other flasks. So if you combine those on, of course, a Pathfinder, then you could push pretty aggressively with a build that really likes their charges. Like a discharger or something like that. Hello. Goodbye. It's always nice finding an inner treasure mob. There's usually a achievement tied to finding one, so getting one early in the league definitely helps out. Because that's the kind of thing that's, no, it's chance based. So the earlier you got all the chance based things out of the way, the better it is, because then you only have to focus on the things that you can actually influence. Let's see, was this the way forward? No, that was just a corner. And then we run. So with fire breaches we'll have to be slightly more careful than we normally would, because of course we take a boatload more fire damage because we're not maxed out on resists. Well, I'm saying boatload, but we're just not producing it as strongly as we otherwise would. Normally we only take 25% of the damage. Now with only 45% resistance we take 55% damage, so we do take more than double the damage we normally would. Hey, look, another breach. Well, we have to be careful, but I'm not going to be avoiding breaches because I like them. They are fun. And this is the last level up. Yep. Last level up for Immortal Call. So, when Merciless, I suppose we will be finding chaos breaches as well now. So I wonder when the first one of those will show up. There's a hand here. And we managed to snag a couple of splinters of tool here. It's a pretty lucky bunch of drops. Got ourselves some orbs. Chaos orb, very nice. And a waypoint to empty our pockets in. And of course we can chat with Tarkly for our reward. And I just realized I didn't even empty my stash after running the labyrinth. But, well, it's just low level stuff. Doesn't really matter what drops there. It's all gonna turn into orbs of alteration anyway. Now that we have the waypoint, we can push forward until Iron Point the Forsaken calls for our attention. After which, of course, the next encounter is going to be with the Fawn. Ooh, this is a nice group of enemies. Iron Point dying down that quickly is just popping up a bunch of new Spectres. I like how it's working so far. Damage is only going to increase. So it's gonna get. Ooh, it's also interesting that the form smashes all the other dudes. Even though technically they are, no, same race, you would expect them to be allies, because that's how it works in games. And we have advanced another waypoint.
Call such a place home.
So, we are now looking for a bridge, because I see purple springs. Don't think the bridge was part of the original mission statement, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. There's something interesting happening here. Also a strong box, might as well combine everything into one. Just paint the area green. And we take over the resistance shrine, which helps us with the breach. Summoning Army of the Damned. Opening the doors to let the monsters in. Not entirely sure why that was a good idea, but let's just roll with it. So you see that our minions are just scattered all about. Chatters is down there. And I think we managed to provoke something fiery. Thanks to the resistance totem, I was doing pretty well, though I think it has worn off already. Not totem, shrine, of course. It's almost a totem. Just backtracking a little bit for some currency drops. Nothing too spectacular. Words, they are difficult sometimes. And, well, we found the Ascendancy, then we're doing the Ascendancy. No, that's kind of how it works. Oh. Almost made it. Come on, 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 come on. Yes, we made it. Summoning the army. And then, of course, a second bit with the chessboard spikes. And then we teleport out. Teleport up, and we summon our minions. And deal with whatever was thrown at us.
Belief is the strongest metal of them all.
Next up, the warden of this hotel. Next level. There's a rare here. Let's take him out. Not really good drops that you will be expecting from these fellas, but well, got a better chance than from not killing anything. These full rooms like this are pretty nice. Especially if they are packed together like this, cast when damage taken triggers and you manage to cast vulnerability on all of them. And of course, they will be vulnerable to toxic clouds and they're gonna die a lot quicker. And Sobons is gone. I'm now really starting to notice that the more unique enemies, or the stronger rares, takes a while for the monsters to just punch into them. If you then sacrifice a couple of Spectres, they don't really last all that long anymore. So Merciless is definitely, feels like the time to switch up your strategy and start sacrificing Spectres for real. One thing to keep in mind is that, of course, the Spectre that dies is the one that was living when you cast it, which is not where you are pointing your cursor or the corpse that you are raising as a Spectre. It's the one that actually keels over. So if, like now, my minions are in the previous room and I desecrate some corpses here and I start summoning those, minions in the old room are of course gonna die, and the caustic clouds are gonna be in the previous room. So that's why entering a room, convoke all the minions to you, or stand next to a powerful enemy and then convoke enemies to you, and then sacrificing the corpses is a rather useful strategy for inflicting caustic clouds on the mount. Otherwise you might have to cycle through all of your Spectres in order to get them exactly where you want. Normally, no, all minions have a habit of gravitating towards enemies because, well, they are there to kill enemies. So why are you all running away? I think this is really cowardly behavior. But if you just give your minions a little bit of time, chances are they will be in the face of something that will not appreciate a caustic cloud in the face, and therefore it deserves a caustic cloud in the face. Okay, are we that full already? We are. Okay, quickly emptying our pockets. And then we are gonna move on. As I said, for this episode the goal was to... didn't level it, I right clicked it. The goal for this episode was to take out the Warden. That is still the goal, we just need to find him. This is where we entered or where we left? That's lower, that's where we entered. Okay, so we went in the circle. Yay for me. We also seem to have tagged all the outer edges of the prison, exception of this little corner. I got a suspicion we might need to be somewhere over there, because that would be the longest logical route through the prison, but just in case we are gonna tag this outer corner here. Just to know that at least we have been here and that there's not an exit hiding here, because nothing is as bad as going through a dungeon, going all the way back, and realizing you actually had to be halfway through somewhere. It doesn't happen often that you have to backtrack in the prison. At least I don't have it often that I have to backtrack in the prison for finding the exit. Let's see, revives nearby enemies with onslaught, sure. We have enemies, we have minions, we summon our own army. I see your army and I raise my own. Also, I have toxic clouds, be aware. Okay. Of course, nothing of value. Because that's how it works. Okay, getting creative. Getting rather creative. So this was on it. Then it's over there next to Haku, who I am actually gonna completely ignore. Because this episode has been going on for long enough and Haku is already level 5.
Ignorance brought you here, sister. To the one place where you're...
Similarly to Elrion and Katarina, they're all at 5. Vegan is at 5. I think Vegan is 5. It might be 4, almost 5. Currently trying to get Thor after 5. And at some point I'll bother with Verici as well. Here is the shiny buff. Minions. Yeah, have some Spectres. So this is Spectre DPS.
Had you been my creation,
Warden tips over rather quickly. And then we exit via the door over here. And then we are going to conclude this episode. So, next episode on the list is going to be Merciless. And after that we are going to go onwards into Act 2. But for now, I'm going to thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.